Race number 5, this is the first leg of the 6-up. We're back onto the turf for the 5th. It's a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Flying on the Turf. Cheek Pieces on for his second start. He was 12th on debut behind Beauty Applause. Take What You Need, runner-up last time out over the 1,000 behind Duke Boy, gets up in trip. Baltic Success gets the hood on. Barrier 10 for him. He rolled forward last time out. It's caught, ran second. Far above first up for the season. A course and distance winner in Griffin Company last year. Forwards Arrangel down the field his last time back behind Computer Patch. Glenlady Generals ran third in that race. Interstellar, another horse or eligible for a lower class, goes around with a lightweight here. He's a maiden after 5 so far. Infinity Endeavour and Baltic Success and California Argent have been up at Chung Fu, along with Grade 1 and Hard Promise being the other one. Brenner Young and Keith Young, who gets the inside gate, Tom.
Good pace predicted here with a speed horse like Baltic Success engaged here with the hood on for the first time. Went to the front last start and was nearly able to win the race. Hard Promise, he's a horse that has raced forward in the past, and so too has Forza Angel. Glenelly Generals, he might receive a tough run there from his stall of gate 11 for Karis Teton. You've got Jade Theatre. He can race further forward, but he's probably more of a Happy Valley horse on his form, and he did get cleaned up there last start.
Take what you need out of this gallop. He goes nicely down the back straight here, just not really being pushed out. It was more just an educational gallop for him, and he's only had the 3 starts. He is stepping back to 1,200, but he has run over that distance before. Baltic Success was a good run from him last time, second up, and he's likely to lead. It obviously worked last time. The hood goes on him, and you can see he's quite keen in his work. He's definitely improved a lot from start 1 to start 2. And the other one we're looking at here is Far Above. Now, he's coming off a Griffin campaign, so he had 2 runs as a Griffin. Did run second behind Athero before beating Judy Star, taking off the tongue tie in the hood and putting the cross noseband on. And he's come on a rating of 69.
OK, all right, we'll come back to him in a moment. Let's start off with Take What You Need. He used to be called Tough Larry when he raced for Chris Waller in Australia. Let's hear from his jockey, ride him on Saturday, Blake Shin.
Blake, Take What You Need, trying the 1,200 for the second time, but the first time here at Sha Tin. What did you make of his run down the straight the other week?
Yes, I thought his run was very good. He commenced well on that occasion, and he was just, I feel he was beaten by basically the dynamic sort of second section of the race, where they really went a fast speed and they broke the field up, and my horse just struggled to keep in touch at that point. He actually sort of lost touch with the sort of the leading division, and the race got away with it from him at that point. But he rounded the race off very well and hit the line strongly. He got beat by a very progressive horse in Duke Y, and you know, the way he hit the line, 1,200 to me is, you know, only going to suit him better here tomorrow, and I think he's looks a leading contender in the race.
The pace looks fairly genuine in the race. Is it more possible you take that midfield position again with him?
Yes, I would suggest that he's probably going to lob a little bit closer in the run. You know, I've drawn outside a horse like Forza Angel, which is probably going to possibly find the rail, and I'd be looking to come across with it. My horse has got fairly good tactical speed. And then you've got a horse like Baltic Success that's going to come across from out wide. So I would say that I'm not going to be as far back as I was over that 1,000 metres last start, but I'd be forward of midfield and looking to you know, pounce on him late.
You've ridden him in most mornings over the last week or so in work. Happy with what he's produced?
I am, yes. He's training well. He's feeling equally as good as he was into his last run, and we're quietly confident that he's going to run a good race. And I think he's going as well as he is into that run, into this run.
All right, there's Blake Shin on Take What You Need. Now, he mentioned a few horses in that interview as well, one being Baltic Success. We can have a look at him in action last time out in front, and Infinity Endeavour towards the back as they swing in.
Yeah, I liked him on this occasion. Baltic Success, he had come into this with the trial, and he went straight to the front, and he stayed on pretty well. It was only really over the final sort of 150, 100 metres where he got the stitch. Danny Shum's put the hood on him this time round, so I'm expecting another forward run from him.
Yeah, so, and I like Infinity Endeavour as well. He hit the line really nicely in those red colours, red and black. He drew 13, so he went back. He's now drawn barrier 2, so I think he's going to be a lot closer. And his last win was of 82. He's rated 74.
OK, all right, staying on strongly. I thought this was a good effort from Glenelly Generals last time out behind computer patch with a few of the others in behind.
Yeah, you can see Glenealy Generals, it wasn't a bad run from him. Now, he's had one win over this 1200. He's also won over 1,000 as well. His win did come in Class 4 over the... his 2 wins have been in Class 4, so... Look, I haven't put him in the end, but he is running reasonably well. I
contemplated putting him in, but it was gate number 11, which did turn me off a little bit with Glenealy Generals. The other one in that race there that's got $1 billion is California Argent, but I'm not really sure where he's at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment. Far above, though. We see him for the first time this season. His debut effort was behind Athero, was a good one last season. Then he won in Griffin Company. How's he been looking at the trials?
He was with Francis Lloyd back then. He's now with Douglas White. Hood coming off, tongue tie coming off, and the reason for that is they think he's matured and relaxed a bit more in track work, and he's responded better without the hood. So they're just going with the crossover noseband this time round. Pushed out a little bit there over the final stages. He's had bone stress in multiple limbs.
Yeah, he's had a few issues. He's drawn 14 as well. He's coming off that Griffin form, so we'll just see if 69 is a good rating for him or not. I kept him safe. I put him in the numbers, but I haven't got him on a win line.
It was Beauty Spark winning that trial. He ran third on Wednesday night at Happy Valley.
Yep.
So the favourite here, Paul, is, in actual fact, far above.
Yeah, so I've got him in there, but I'm going to go with Infinity Endeavour. I just really think he's well rated. He should get a really nice run off the map, and he'll be a lot closer. Joe Moreira aboard from barrier number 2. His last win, as I mentioned, was off 82. He's now rated 74, and he's finally got a draw. His last 4 starts, he's drawn 11, 9, 12 and 13. He's on top. Baltic Success, good run from him last time. He's definitely a horse on the improve. Far above in there for third. In Grade 1, now he's won off a rating of 64. He's rated 63. And I didn't mind his last run as well. So I think he's not too far away. But 2, 5, 7 and 12.
We were with Baltic Success last time out, so I'm going to stick with him here. Hood going on, Danny Schum and Grant van Niekerk. Far above goes in number 7. 3, Take What You Need, and certainly didn't mind the run of Infinity Endeavour, who made ground late, Joe Moreira and John Size. So 5, 7, 3 and 2. All
right, there you go. Race at number 5. 5 and 3 is Mike Cornell there in the 5th, which is a Class 3.